All right, so I have a picture for you.
Oh my gosh, that's a big difference. That's unbelievable. I think that I look like an old woman in this one, and I look like myself. I'm really happy with the results. Ten years ago, I had a lot of dental problems, and I had an all-in-4 done on the top. It was never quite right. I did it out of the area. And then I also had implants put in the bottom for snap-on that I could never wear. As time went by, I started looking really old, and I thought, well, I need a facelift. And a friend of mine said, you need teeth on the bottom, you don't need a facelift. And that's how I ended up coming to Revive. I had done tons of research back in 2013 when I had the upper. My alternative, cost-wise, was to go to Mexico, possibly, which was a pretty scary prospect. So I started looking around in the area. Well, at first I thought, oh, I can't afford this place. But then after I, saw Dr. Howell that day and got a quote and everything, it was really just a little bit more to do it here than it was to go to Mexico. So that was a no-brainer. When I was young, my best asset was my smile. I had a beautiful smile and I had beautiful teeth. When I had weight loss surgery in 2001, which was a success, I did really well with it. But in 2005, I started losing the weight again and started getting underweight. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I just threw up everything I ate. That went on for a couple of years until I finally found a doctor, got my medical condition resolved, and then I had to go through eating disorders counseling for a number of years. My teeth, just from the acid, my stomach acid and everything, had gotten little holes in it, and they just collapsed. They just crumbled out of my head. So I went for a long time really suffering with my self-esteem. It's hard to get a good professional job if your teeth are messed up. Whether it's right or not, your teeth are a label to the rest of the world about your socioeconomic group, all of your abilities, how you perceive yourself, if you take care of yourself, and it was really holding me back. Actually, what was going through my head, my teeth at that point were kind of the least of my problems. I was kind of worried about being alive. I got down to 88 pounds, and that's a pretty astoundingly low weight. When I finally was admitted to Duke, my doctor told me that I would have had about 6 weeks left. I wasn't really thinking about my teeth until after that, when I started trying to get a job and trying to recover and get myself put back together. And it's been a long process. It's been about 20 years of putting things back together to this point. My teeth were a casualty of that. My job was a casualty of that. There's a lot of casualties with that. It was just a bad headspace to be in. People don't respond to you as well if you don't have good teeth. I know several people, and I have told them, don't wait, do it now. The years aren't lost, but they're not what they could be. The way you respond to the world is how the world's going to respond back to you.